Follow me, and try not to lag behind.
Welcome everyone, I'm Tim, and this is the controller. Thanks for clicking on Fallout 4, No Armor, where we are here in the police station after helping Dance take care of the ghouls that were just outside. We agreed to go with him to ArcJet to pick up a transmitter, so that is where we are about to go. But before we do that, we did loot up this place, got a good amount of miscellaneous junk, and we looted the ghouls outside, as well as one Brotherhood Knight. And that Brotherhood Knight was holding a wonderful laser rifle. So it's doing 36 damage, which isn't too terrible, considering when you go over to like the 10mm pistol that we're currently rocking is 27. So plus 9, not a bad weapon to have available to us, and we'll be able to make that a little bit stronger too. And then of course we have the shotgun doing 93 and the bolt action sniper rifle doing 71. I think we will switch over to that because there will be some little bit of issues coming forth. But with that, let's go dog meat. Let's jump into it. Now we just get to follow Dance, and he'll tell us a little bit of what's going on in the Commonwealth, since typically you see him on the earlier side of the game.
ArcJet is a short hike to the west. If we take this road, we should be able to avoid the larger packs of ferals infesting Cambridge. Traveling this far from the police station is a risk. Getting that transmitter up and running needs to be our top priority. If it was up to me, I'd relocate my team. But S.P.E.C.I.A.L detected some disturbing energy readings in the area that need to be investigated. We don't know much about them, except that they're short-lived.
So even though we had just come through here, this is freshly redone with some, withered ghouls, just a couple scavengers dotted around with miscellaneous decent items. And one thing that I don't have to worry about anymore is setting off any mines. And typically there's a good chance that there'd be one dotted around in this area too. But now that we have Sneak ranked up to level 3, we no longer have to worry about that. That was probably about my biggest fear, of just randomly walking into a random mine and blowing myself up. That and my own explosives and explosive weapons such as the rocket launcher or the Fat Man. They have spawned in. Gotta make sure I hit the right ones. See if we can save those traders a little bit. Did get sneak attack 2x damage. There can be some Molotovs that get thrown from these raiders. If we can just pick that one's run with a knife. You are dead. Okay, missed that one. And I am thirsty. False alarm. It is not a false alarm. There are raiders dead ahead. And one is a psycho. Oh, Dance got it, but I got the XP dump for it, as I had gotten the first little bit of sneak attack there. One really nice thing about traveling with Dance, he's in power armor. I'm not allowed to wear armor, but no reason that he can't, because he is his own man, and if he wants to be properly protected, may as well let him. We can pick up some decent weapons and ammo on our way and see if we end up getting over encumbered, which there's a really good chance. If not here, once we get to ArcJet, there's just so much decent junk laying around. Or even just playing the ammunition for like the fusion cells for the laser weapons.
They came back with crates full of pre-war artifacts and historical documents. The second wasn't so fortunate. Shortly after they arrived, we lost contact with them. They haven't been heard from since. As far as my
Good loot through here.
4 good men to this gut end up missing.
Alright. The first little issue is taken care of. Next we'll come up to bloatflies, and then we will come up to a pack of wild dogs before we get to ArcJet. Nothing too crazy along the way. There are, of course, tired from my fatigue illness. No big deal. There is a chance, you know, I've seen super mutants in this area before, or just some random encounters walking along that ridgeline there that I've had to avoid in the past. But, you know, right now it looks clear, and even if there are something that's randomly there, I have dance and dog meat for extra protection. Oh, come on, you crazy bloatflies. 50-50 chance. Let's give it a whirl. Decent, and that got me the level up, level 13. Very nice. Looks like it's coming towards me. 60% chance. Good animation. And down. Very nice indeed. Alright, so those two are down. We'll have some dogs coming up. And after we take care of the dogs, we may as well do a level up prior to heading into ArcJet. And once again, I always struggle to find the bloatflies, but I'm probably close to my weight capacity already. No sense of worrying about that right now. And I might want to be more in like the 10mm or the shotgun. We'll go 10mm. That should take care of that mongrel. Oh, and I can only do about 3 shots with the 10mm. That's pretty pathetic. I really should get my agility up a little bit more. Well, got a few shots off. And with that plus meat from... Oh, more? Oh, yes. Yes, we do. We got some random raiders that just came up. So I had mentioned about the random spawn. Well, there you have it. Couple raiders snuck up from behind. Luckily, dog meat is nice and strong. But with that plus meat from Sunshine Tidings, all of the dogs are now getting nice 2 fillets off of each of them. So I will be eating super, super good in the neighborhood going forth. Be able to cook that all up. Be doing really, really nice. Plus 2 more radstag meat. That the dogs were just trying to protect their kill, and we took it from them. No, nothing else to be concerned of before heading on into ArcJet. And honestly, this quest, although somewhat dangerous, should be pretty easy if I just hang back, avoid being in the line of fire, let Dance handle everything. Even if he gets knocked down with dog meat, it really shouldn't be any issue whatsoever about dying unless I get too careless or go too far forward. But the Institute, since they don't actually carry explosives with them, and that is going to be my biggest downfall for in this series. Now, Dance, let's just go. We don't need to chat. Let's just get it done and over with.
Paladin.
Pick up the pace. Time's wasting.
Yeah, I was at the door. You were lagging behind. You are the one wasting time. Oh, NPCs. Gotta love them. Well, isn't this interesting? I was just going to make sure my inventory was taken care of, and we have a random super mutant walking by. Dance is still outside. Are there more than one super mutant? Or is it just... Oh, jeez, dog, you scared me. Hello? And Dance is still here. He'll be helping me out. Go for Dance. Go for Dance. Not for me. Dog meat, help me out here. Dog meat, help me out here. Let's get back up under a little bit of cover. Dance can handle a good chunk of it. Only 40% chance. Pretty good shooting. Nice. So now, not only were there a couple raiders, there was the first super mutant of the game that I've come across. Very, very nice indeed. And, you know, super mutants, they're about the same size as bloatflies. They're hard to see. In by these trees? No. Okay. I'm just blind. But super mutants don't typically have much good on them. I'm sure he's around there somewhere. But let's not worry about that. Let's just head on into ArcJet at this point. As long as Paladin Dance wants to do it.
Paladin Dance.
Listen up. We do this clean and quiet.
Well, one thing while doing the inventory, as I had mentioned, I really should do a level up. And there's nothing overly pressing at this point. So I think we're going to go right into dealing with Chemist. Any chems take 50%, last 50% longer. That's not going to be a bad idea because, you know, the next time we can do twice as long, 150% longer or 200% longer, all the way up to level 45. Not sure if I'll make it up to level 45, but hopefully I make it to level 16 to be able to take twice as long. That's not going to be a bad option whatsoever. Once we start getting into the harder parts of the game, needing to rock some Psycho or anything of that matter, should be good.
It was corporations like this that put the last nail in the coffin for mankind. They exploited technology for their own gains, pocketing the cash and ignoring the damage they've done. Look at these wrecks. It appears as though the facility's automated security's already been dealt with.
So we just got our first little bit of finding out that Institute synths are here. Found out a little bit about what they are, that they're, you know, an abomination and all of that. But, yeah, Dance can just go on ahead. We can loot behind him and pick up a good chunk of stuff without really having to worry. He's going to trip out all of the security that we might come across. So don't have to worry about that. And like I had said before, ArcJet typically has some decent stuff in it. He goes nice and slow for me so I can keep track of it. And this is where things might get a little dicey, because as soon as I open the door, in come the big bad Institute goons. But lucky for me, I have a few mines dotted around. As long as I keep them far enough away from me, I think I'll be alright. So if I set that off and I go run into like the corner over there, that one will explode. Maybe somebody will come over this way. Throw another mine out here. And let's make it be a big kaboom. We'll just hope that Dance doesn't get too damaged by that, because that could be a little bit of a disappointment if he gets knocked down. So pretty easy here. Gotta unlock the terminal, advanced lock, no big deal, because over here we have just the lab analyst terminal, which will be able to get the password reset, and we can get going into it. There we go. Doors are unlocked. I waited for Dance to hopefully be in a decent position.
You hear that? Not getting past
Yep.
me.
Okay, so we got decent explosion right there. Good, 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 good. That one did pretty well. Dance is doing a good job. And did we get him? Oh boy, that actually worked out really well. That double spacing of the mines couldn't have really worked any better than what we just had. Dance can continue to deal with the sense. Now it'd be nice to get the... Oh, they're coming in. Be nice to get some of the experience, but I've never had it before of where after the first wave, more and more just keep running this way. Normally it's the first wave, and then you don't start dealing with them until in that hallway, like where Dance is now. Now I can pick up all these Institute pistols and get a crap ton of fusion cells. I'll just have to remember to drop them again,
Mission accomplished.
so I'm not carrying as much weight. That didn't go too terribly, really. That's about as good as I could have hoped.
Reacquired.
Yeah, and Dance doesn't even need me. I don't know why he would want just some Joe Blow following along, getting into, you know, the Brotherhood's business a little bit, when I don't wear armor. I don't know if he noticed that or not, but I am not wearing any armor whatsoever. I'm not going to be that much help to him, especially when I only still using this puny little 10mm pistol that can't really inflict much damage. But, you know, to each his own. Maybe he just wants company. Maybe he's lonely and he just wants to have a friend. I will be his friend. We can be good old buddy old pals. It won't take long going around in here, picking up the fusion cells. I'll probably end up getting like 300-400 fusion cells just from in here. And honestly, that's gonna probably put me over capacity just for what I can normally carry. I already loaded up dog meat with all the junk I for sure want to take back to Sanctuary to maybe do some crafting. So might end up having to drop some decent weapons or decent junk items that I would like to carry too, like a desk fan.
That's it.
One thing I might be able to do is a little bit of chemistry crafting, though. I do have quite a few drugs on me, and not enough to do bones to do cutting fluid. But we are carrying a lot of drugs. That could make it so I'm not carrying quite as much. Just make, you know, Psycho Jet's never a bad deal. Slow down time plus inflict damage. Psycho buff. Really, anything is good to do in my book, because everyone I go. That's 0.1 less weight. And with just doing the chemist, you know, this now lasts 15 seconds for the buff jet. The buff tats last 8 minutes. So they actually end up paying out a little bit better too. I really should come back and loot this, make sure I loot it proper later, but we will be going out the back door. Try to pick up the most things right off the bat. I can always readjust my inventory at a later time in here as well. Cafeteria tray, and this goes back. Oh, no, but we do have the ammo box. And the stealth boy, which that is my first stealth boy. That will come in handy in certain scenarios. Dance is taking care of all of the turrets before I even get there. Nicely done, Dance.
Yes.
I mean, it's not much. 6 experience just to unlock a door. You know? It all adds up in the grand scheme of things. So, if I get an opportunity, I am certainly going to do that.
Nice.
Tesla science, energy weapons, inflict 5% more critical damage. And it, yeah, provide fire support for Paladin Dance. Yeah, I didn't do that. I'm just kind of wandering around, taking my time, taking in the sights, enjoying life, not being shot at. Dance can deal with all the heavy lifting. He's stronger than I am anyway. I'll just loop around, find some randomly locked safes.
Sweet.
Which has a good amount of S.P.E.C.I.A.L in it. That's awesome. Dance didn't realize he was actually just taking a scavenger looking for a free bodyguard. Going into a very valuable location in ArcJet. Not carrying too much again. Nothing much in here, just the computer storage room. I don't remember much in there, at least. Conference room, though, has an overdue book. I think that is about it for that room. This cigarette machine looks like it'd be a good place to dump some of my junk off in that I don't need to carry. There we go, that looks good. Space for a little bit of time, at least. Aluminum canisters are decent, but we don't want to be carrying them right now. Dance went down that way. Before we go over there, maybe we can just plain eat up so don't have to worry about that anymore. Pick up some delicious Mentats. Nicely done opening doors, dog meat. Advanced locked safe. Is this how you unlock it? I don't recall if it is or not. So it mentioned the safe, but it didn't actually open it. No big deal. That doesn't matter to me. And we can...
Course ahead. Should be our final stop.
Yep, we can advance to the engine core.
Watch your footing. Looks like the power's out in this section.
Oh, I shouldn't have grabbed that Tato. That's too heavy.
Look at this place. Scribes have a field day in here. The transmitter should be in the control room at the top of the core. But it looks like the elevators are dead. We'll have to keep heading down for now and find a way to get the facility's power back online. There has to be a power backup system somewhere. Scout the maintenance area off.
So, same thing goes here.
Watch our backs.
We can lay out a couple mines. Scatter them around. We only have 2 left, but might give me an opportunity to... Oh, and I'm overtired now. That's a bummer. Pick up a little bit of... Dance, did you just fall? I think you did. Nicely done. So we can fire up over here and close the blast doors. So we don't have to worry about that coming in, and just let Dance fight all of the synths and not have to worry about it. Now there is the junk jet, which is a special weapon, but that is going to be way too heavy for me to carry. Not even remotely close to being worth it. Another fusion core. Guess we'll take it because it is quite valuable. But we can turn on the auxiliary power from the facilities terminal. Starting them up.
Engine core power restored.
Okay, we need to...
Fueled. Prime.
Yep, close that.
Stand by for your command.
Let's launch... Ooh, I got the
Commencing
explosion.
5-second countdown.
Okay, 5-second countdown. Blast doors are sealed. We are good to go.
3.
It's about the slowest countdown ever, but you can see Dance getting overrun. We could help him out more, but not a chance I want to die.
Firing.
And somehow the power armor keeps Dance alive. No idea how that would be possible. It'd probably just like fuse it to his body or fuse it all together and he'd be stuck in. Even if it didn't, even if somehow miraculously it didn't actually go through and just cook him alive.
96.7%.
Especially when it's efficiency of 96.7. But logistics, we don't need to pay attention to those.
Got it.
And once again, we get to see all the dead bodies laying around with a bunch of pistols, fusion cells, and before I go to pick up all of those, I think it'd be good to see how many fusion cells we have now. 232, and we'll just pick up just from this room and look at it again. Well, there we go. We are now up to close to 500 fusion cells just from picking up in this room. So that is a huge increase, and we still have a little bit more to go once we get up top to the control room. All right, Dance, let's get moving. Let's keep things rolling.
Oh my God! Are you all right?
Dance didn't ride with me, but he should teleport up to me fairly quickly. Dance, what are you doing, dude? You're supposed to, you know, ride an elevator and climb up steps, not just show off the power armor and not taking fall damage. But I'm not going to be able to take care of this next room without you. So, yes.
You hear that? Found you.
Yeah. Go forward. All the way in. Yeah, I see them through the window. Technically, I could hit them. Go all the way up, Dance. I don't want to be a sitting duck. Yeah, turn the corner. Thank you much. Provide slight support. Whoa, whoa. Dog meat, look out. Yep, go ahead, dog meat. We'll get them if they come really, really close to Dance. With like a shock baton, we'll provide support that way.
Standing down.
Oh, good.
I hope that's the last of them.
Good work, guys.
I don't see the devices.
Good teamwork.
Fan out and check this in for me. They may
Good teamwork.
well.
I got the deep range transmitter right here. They actually all came down to me. Pick up another good chunk of that, man. That compensated heart. Oh, it's just hardened. That shouldn't be too big of an. Shouldn't be an improvement. Overweight once again, but yeah, they all came to us, so that's nice. We can loot up the main, end boss quest chest. 10 more 50 Life is looking good. Things are looking up quite a bit. I mean, get your pack of smokes. And we were sitting at 499 fusion cells before. I am really curious, now that we're fully through here, what it will be at once we get, like, outside. So we'll be able to take the elevator, and Dance will be giving us a gun that I am excited about. And I do think I am justified to use it in a roundabout way based on these settings. So let's head on outside, get in the elevator, and we can talk to Dance. And good job pressing the call button, dog meat. You're a good boy.
Bunker looks clear. Let's move out.
And of course, it's dark outside. That's, I guess, to be expected. I was hoping it would be light outside just so I'd be able to carry a little bit more. But, beggars can't be choosers. We have a Pip-Boy light. And we have a trusty dog by our side to deal with this. Oh, and before we talk to Dance, I remembered. Let's get that lab coat on and use Sanka hat.
Well, where do you think you're going? We have a lot to discuss.
Yeah, like, I'm going to give you the thing and you're going to give me a pristine weapon.
Paladin Dance.
Well, that could have gone smoother, but mission accomplished. May it serve you well in battle.
There we go, Righteous Authority with 50 more fusion cells added to it. And you can see down there in the lower left, it says I have 589 fusion cells now. So I have all the ammo in the world. And even though this is a legendary weapon, I think without being too restrictive, this is an okay weapon to start utilizing. Technically, I did incur the risk of traveling with Paladin Dance. Although it was on the easy side, I took the risk to potentially get this weapon. I didn't have to go for it, but I did. Now, versus something like Old Faithful, Spray and Pray, or any of those weapons that you can buy from a merchant, those aren't okay because they're guaranteed and it takes no work other than just collecting caps, which anybody can collect enough caps to buy any of those weapons. So since I took the risk of potential death to get this legendary weapon, I do think I am justified to use it. So I will, in fact, use it. And being the lucky variant, being able to do double damage for critical shots and critical meter fills 15% faster, that will be handy. Now this, I'm not doing a luck build, so it won't probably end up being my primary weapon. But in the meantime, take it and we can start utilizing it, beef it up a little bit more, and maybe this can take the place of just my 10mm, which is quickly falling behind. Call to arms completed. Oh, so close once again to the next level up. Go figure. I did tell Dance that I'd be willing to join the Brotherhood. Now, we don't actually have to join up with them, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to
Police station. I'll be there soon.
get it ticked off on the map and be able to deal with it that way. But we're going to start really dealing with some overweight issues here if we don't clear up some weight capacity, which we only need to free up 7. I don't know if it is worthwhile to hit up just like a regular buff out or even like a buff tat, but it shouldn't be that much longer until daylight. I don't think. 12:15 a.m. so another 6 hours, so it probably is worthwhile just so I don't have to worry about being over encumbered. Boom. We are good to go. No longer over encumbered. We are rocking some buff out. But I think that is going to be enough for this episode here. I'm not 100% certain where I want to go from here or what I want to do next, as there are going to be a lot of... Probably shouldn't jump up on cars. Don't want to die during the outro due to physics. There, this platform's a little bit better. Not sure exactly what I want to do or where I want to go next as I'm working my way towards finding Sean. Oh my. Well, this is not an end of an episode quite yet. Right head is the vulnerable head. Oh, he mutated. Okay. It's a good shot. Not quite enough. Coming down this way. Running right at me. Cool, cool, cool. Legendary right at the end. Oh, this is exciting. I was not expecting a free legendary. Oh, what are you going to be? What are you going to be? Deadeye double barrel shotgun. Okay, time slows down for a moment while aiming. Not the worst thing in the world, but on a shotgun, you're not going to be aiming down the sights all that much because shotguns are close range weapons. So Deadeye, not a bad legendary effect. On a double barrel shotgun, kind of worthless. But hey, we got a weapon. Can't be complaining too bad with that. And we also... Oh man, just got more rad stag meat. So things are looking pretty good, even though I'm over encumbered once again. But I think this is going to be enough for now. The, crows are singing. Everything's looking good. And we will have to find out what I'll be doing next week, because even I don't fully understand, or I guess fully know what I will be doing. But thanks for watching, and thanks for joining. And until next time, when the mystery is solved of what to do, powering off.